What is going on, guys? Welcome back. Commentary for you. I had to let this chill. I literally did. I had to just level things out for a little bit. Because the video I wanted to make at first was not the right video. And I'm cognizant enough to know when I'm speaking out of emotion versus when I'm speaking out of frustration with a product. But a lot of people tweeted me this and said, "Did you see this?" That's a legitimate sigh, by the way. Let me say, I don't even have to tell you this. A lot of you know, because a lot of you have been here for a long time. You've looked at the comment section. I respond to a lot of people. I don't think that I'm above anyone. I don't think I'm some super creator. If you come here and leave a response, I am going to try my best to get back to you. I can't do it for every comment. When there's 4,000 a day, I have a job, right? That's what this tweet to me was about. When someone comes to my channel and baselessly discredits EA developers, they can't spell NFL. They don't know there's 32 teams. They've never played football. They've never seen football. I am the first one that says, no, Clint Oldenburg is the guy. He's the person we need in that building because he has the NFL pedigree. He has the NFL credentials. Quick backstory. When I was at EA for Madden 25, I knew Pat Kerwin had been in the building before me because his books were everywhere. I literally said, why is anyone in this room? Why do you need game changers? Why do you need community members when you've got Pat Kerwin, one of the most respected individuals in the whole NFL landscape, a guy that has done it all, from coaching to management to scouting? He should be in here. Not Ricky from his YouTube channel, Rick's Football World. What am I going to do? What am I going to tell you that you don't already know, Clint? And that's where some of this boils down to. Alex comes out and says, you know, you've got Clint Oldenburg that used to be a lineman drafted by the Patriots, and he's proud of this game. To which Clint responds, I'm not mad at you guys for flaming me. First of all, Clint, here is an actual reality of my channel. I'm not here to flame you guys, right? If that's how you're looking at it, then no wonder there's problems with this game, right? When someone's giving you constructive criticism, when I'm showing a defensive tackle shift back in an animation that a running back can't go through, when I'm breaking down the Madden challenge where a guy's controller dies and the defense shuts him down when it's just the AI, that's not flaming you. That's saying, hey, here's some constructive criticism, things we don't want to see in a game. Now, you're free to disagree with them. You're free to tell me, you know, we like superstar abilities. We like X Factor abilities. We think they bring an intangible way of the game improving and making gameplay more dynamic. I would say that they do the opposite. That they're overpowered, and that instead of relying on football, they rely on kind of superhero powers. So I don't think anyone's flaming you. I think we're all collectively more and more getting on the same page of wanting a better game, as we've all seen this game get exploited on a major stage. However, for you to take that next step, to say one day you young bucks will understand what it means to take pride in your work. Clint, who are you to question anyone in this community about pride in their work? To me, that's the biggest cheap shot you could take at somebody. You look at all the channels in the community that works for you, by the way, and you find one person that doesn't take pride in their channel. None of us get a paycheck, Clint. I may get revenue from my channel, but no one comes to us and says, here's money, make a YouTube video for us today. Make a YouTube video this week. We do this because we care. By definition, that means we have pride. And to a lot of us, we're upset that the pride we have in the content we make doesn't seem to be on the level of the pride of the content you put in the box for us to use. As a matter of fact, I've went on records for years saying if Madden was a better game and I could actually create viable content with it, my channel could probably be much bigger than it is. Right now, I'm dependent on just trying to express to EA how to make a better game, deal with independent games, and hope something else comes along. So in the reality, your lack of pride in your product has impacted the pride we have in what we create because your game is so bad. Now, that's not me flaming you, that's just me being honest. So if your definition of pride is working while the game is flawed and continuing to strive for perfection, even though you know it's unobtainable, to a degree, I'm okay with that. But we have to figure out the fine line between accepting flaws and having a product that is just way below standard. Because I would question how much pride you put into a game if you watch someone run the same play over 160 times in your biggest tournament, and your response is not, God, we got to go back to the drawing board and fix this game. This is humiliating. We cannot have this ever happen again. Or you shrugging your shoulders and saying, well, you know, perfection's unattainable. What we've seen this game do is nearly a complete contrast to what we see in the NFL. You actually had a scenario that proved your best Madden players are not even your best Madden players. I actually championed myself a couple days ago for a belt, Clint. I don't know if you saw that video. Maybe you were too busy being proud of yourself or whatever, who knows. But I've actually kind of had a change of heart. Because when I watched a Madden tournament where the CPU not only picked the defenses, but shut down a top 15 Madden player 3 straight runs, maybe the computer needs the championship belt. Maybe they're the real champion. I actually can't even think of any other game where a professional gamer can't beat the computer. Because it's always been my interpretation that the computer is what they were kind of labbing against, right? Weren't they going into practice mode and labbing to see what would work? Apparently not. I don't know. I'm not a professional Madden gamer because I can't use any football knowledge in this game in its current state. We all expected that your football knowledge would carry over into the final product. Because some of us expected that NFL level of pride would show in the game that you've been working on. But apparently, pride to you means accepting that no game will be perfect. So just believing that flaws will always be inevitable. And just as a final little conversation to you, Clint, I know that you've reached out to some NFL players. Because they've reached out to me in turn. So, from me to you, if you're going to bring more people into this community from the NFL level, I absolutely think that's the best thing possible. And I appreciate you taking advantage of those resources. But make sure that you use them to the best of their capability. Make sure that they're there to help us get the better game we and they want. Because right now, the only person I worry doesn't want a better game is you. And that's the problem. If you had less time defending yourself on Twitter and pretending that everyone was beneath you, just a young buck that didn't understand what it meant to take pride in their own jobs, maybe we would all spend a little bit less time talking about the game that's in the box that you make. Appreciate you guys checking this out. With that said, you know I will be back in the week with more commentary.